Morning, welcome to part 2 of the project we got going on up in Herwine. So today we are going to be getting on with doing some brickwork steps, and we're going to start to look at reinstalling the patio with the porcelain and all the sides. So if you haven't seen part 1 of this project, then go back, have a look at part 1, which is all the base and all the groundwork. So we are going to crack on. We've got all the bricks in the van behind me. Brad's got a mix on the go, so I'm going to get in, get the trowel out and get laying some bricks. There he is, caught red-handed, coming out to Greg's again to fill his bloody face. There he is, look at him. Right, for anyone wondering about how we managed to do this down the side, Dynarod came out, client phone Dynarod. They came out, inspected it all, put the camera down. They reckon that there's soakaways, and somehow the soakaway is finding its way into the drainage system, which is draining into next door and finding its way into the pipe. So I don't really know how that works, to be honest, unless there's a hole in the pipe and it's finding its way in, but that's what they reckon. They've unblocked it all and it's all good to go. So you can see just over my shoulder there the pipe in the background, so get all that filled in now and then get on with the next stage. So good news for the client. Step done. That's the step done round the front. We'll show you the other two round the back, but before that, bought 2 of these wheelbarrows. And as you can see, we're not overloading them, we're not stacking bricks up like idiots in them. You can see the main wheelbarrow side of it is not beaten and dented and you know, stamped upon. We're just barrowing it around as normal, and that's the second one of this barrow of the same make that's happened to. It's completely destroyed. You take it off, you bend them all back, these little lugs, that one there and this green one there, you bend it all back, you put it back on, and exactly the same thing happens. We've chucked one in the bin. I'm really not happy because they're like 50, 60, 70 quid or whatever they are now. It's not very old, and that's the second one, so that's a lot of money, that is. And we got another wheelbarrow out there that's a lot older and it's still intact, and we're using it to do the same thing, so it's not what we're doing. Anyway, whinge over, this side's done. So we put a 1.5 of clean 20mm chip-ins at the bottom of there. In fact, you can see them up here, look. We run out of weed membrane, so there's the clean 20mm in there. Then we got a weed membrane which we run out of, so we've got to get some more. And then we got a good load of this decorative stone, this golden flint on top. So this tidies this area up for him, and it acts as a natural soakaway. So we're around the back now, so that's the smallest step. So that's step 1 around the back. Step 2, that's the bigger one of the 2 you saw on the time lapse. So they're in, done. We just got to fill this one in. That's got to be filled in yet. Started filling that one in and tamping it all down. Next job, what's the next job, Brad?
Eco drains.
Eco drains. So the eco drains we've got are, so they're the eco drains we're going to use on this job. Usually we'd use ones that are like 110, 120mm thick or wide, I think they are, aren't they? They're quite unsightly. So Keyline, our local Keyline branch, is selling these. So that's what they are, and I think their plastic pulls off.
Oh, if I can peel it off.
And there we go, that's what it looks like. It just looks a little bit better. So they're made by Eco, and that's what they are. That's them there. So yeah, for a patio, you can't drive on them. Anybody wants to use them on a driveway, don't, because they're not manufactured to be able to drive over. For patio purposes, pedestrian purposes, and absolutely fine. They're up against porcelain. They hopefully will look the bomb, Brad, won't they?
I reckon they will.
Yeah. So we crack on now with the ecos, is it?
Yeah, get some ecos in so we can actually start laying some.
Or should we have some dinner first?
Dinner first.
Dinner first, eco's Let me next.
show you the porcelain. Get a close up on that, Brad.
So that's what we're using. It's a beige product. It's called Candler Grey from Mandarin Stone. I suppose Mandarin Stone are nationwide all over the UK, but they've got a branch down in Cardiff, and it's a really, really nice product, isn't it? Every time we use Mandarin Stone products, we're really impressed, mate, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
The quality of their products, for me, is at the moment is very, very good. We haven't used these yet, but it's Italian porcelain, which says it all. Spanish and Italian. I think they've been making porcelain since the bloody dinosaurs, haven't they? So they know exactly what they're doing. So it's a very, very good quality. It's vitrified. I presume it's looking like it's full-bodied. Until we cut it, we won't know. But if it's a Mandarin Stone product, it should be full-bodied. And it's got like a texture on top, a little bit like Indian sandstone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think every time you lay porcelain tiles, well, not every time, most of the time, it's flat, it's contemporary, but this has got a texture on it. And I really, really like that, do you?
Yeah,
So I'm
they're
looking
nice.
forward to laying these, so we'll keep you informed of the quality of it and how we find it, and we'll show you a little bit when we start laying it. There we go. Path is in. Done. One little awkward cut down there, look. See if we can zoom you in. Yeah, it's just a little awkward cut down there by the gate, but other than that, it's all done. Now, client wanted the edgings here, the path edgings in. They wanted that. We were gonna, we said to put like a Brazilian slate on the end of it, or even to cut these slabs and to put like a thin edging up there. But they wanted the path edgings in, and I was a bit skeptical of how they're going to look. But do you know what? I don't know how or why, but I'm actually surprised me. It actually looks quite nice. You just got to grout that now. Right, let's take you around the back then. As you can see by my face, it's raining. Oh God! Right, it's raining. And I've burst into laughter again. Why do we always do it? It's either laugh or cry, I think, isn't it? Yeah. It is, isn't it? Right, let me show you what's going on here then. So it's Monday morning. We've just pulled up then. You've just seen me bloody giggling and laughing. I don't know why I do it. It's either laugh or cry. So we put a full mix on, ready to lay these bad boys. And that stuff up there has come down here, and the forecast is crap. So we were chancing it anyway, but you've got to give it a go. And it's that old bricklayer's curse, isn't it? You get onto the site, it's not raining, and then all of a sudden you put a mix on, and then as soon as you put the first shovel in the mixer, it starts to rain. And that's exactly what happened to us, Fraser, wasn't it? As soon as we put the first bloody grain of sand in the mixer, what did it do, mate? And whose fault is it? Yours. It's my bloody fault.
Brad's fault 'cause he's not here.
Brad, exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. It's Brad's fault because he's not here. He's off today with a bad stomach. Probably because he's eaten too much bloody food, hasn't he? He's probably scoffed himself to death all weekend and had a food overload again, haven't he? So it's Brad's fault. He's not here. So, yeah, there we are.
Brickright 2022. But we would like to have Brad's signature a little bit later on.
Yeah. So have a look at that then. So there's me there in a wheelchair, look. And then Brad and Fraser in the background, and we're working for clients who've obviously got a sense of humour, which is right up our street. And that does look exactly like me. You even got the right hat on it as well. Absolutely super. Thank you very much. We'll keep that in the van. Oh, Fraser, I can't get him in the bloody camera. Tell him what you just told me.
The drawings of a digger in a wheelchair.
Like a bloody tit that I am, the lady's kindly drawn us a lovely photograph, and because I haven't got my eyes on, I haven't got my glasses on, I thought she drew me as in the picture of me sat in a bloody wheelchair. It's not. It's me sat in a digger with the two lads there, isn't it? And I've just told her the drawing's absolutely fantastic, and she's drawn me in a wheelchair. So, Brad's fault, mate.
Brad's fault.
Brad's not here, so it's Brad's fault. So, to our client, if you're watching, I'm an absolute twit. And I've just looked at your drawing back, and I can obviously see now, and I've had my eyes on, it is a mini dig. So sorry if I offended you, but there we are, another laughter. And we go down to builders merchants now, mate, is it? Mm-hmm. Right, we've done the front, we're out the back. This saw, the more we're using it, the more I am getting absolutely frustrated with it. And to be honest with you, I'm quite a calm person, and I want to rugby tackle it to the floor, bite it a couple of times, get it in headlock, pick it up and kick it all the way over that hedge over there onto the main road so a bus can drive over it and we never see it again. Brad, what do you think?
I reckon it's doing my head in as well.
Tell him why, Brad.
The legs are crap.
The legs on this machine, these are the legs. So what you've got, look, right, Mike? What you've got is you've got those, I don't know what you call them, these brackets to fit on there, and they're located with 1, 2, 3 screws. Now these become loose and they wobble from side to side like that, and then the legs become unstable and you can't cut on it. So every time you transport it, you've got to keep tightening the legs all the time. And to tighten the legs, you've got to take it all apart. They're the legs there. You've got to take it all apart and keep doing them up. So it's absolutely winding me up because we're losing time, losing money, and I'm not happy. Right, don't want to bore you on this. The update on this is it's cost us, what, 2 hours today trying to faff about with these bloody legs, which, as you can gather, has driven me absolutely cuckoo because it's costing me money, it's costing me progress. And to Ruby, I've told them my dissatisfaction and how disappointed I am with the legs on this machine. They've said that they agree to send a Ruby mechanic out on Thursday and see if he can try and come up with some kind of modification to rectify it for us, because if they don't, then I don't really know what we're going to do, because it's going to be unusable, because I can't keep on going through 2 hours downtime and messing about, tightening legs and snapping screws and piss-arsing about with it. So one way or another it's going to be sorted, and we'll let you know what happens on Thursday. In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a time lapse and stick you in there and watch us trying to get on with laying more than 6 slabs in a day. Anybody else has had one of these machines, Ruby DX 250 1400, and they've had issues with the same things with the legs, and you've managed to rectify it and you've come up with a mod to get it sorted, then please give me a ring, 07974 760 732, or email us. Just go on the website brickright.co.uk, or contact me through the comments below, because I'd be interested to hear from you, because I'm a happy chappy. So we had to take you off time lapse. Do apologise. We couldn't fit you in. This through here is going to be a curve. So as you can see, we've left off like 1 slab, 2, 3, and so on. So we'll probably cut these over to like here, and all around over where the curve needs to be, and then we'll mark the curve out and cut it once it's all set, and once all the cement and compo's gone off, and cut that off. We'll show you that later. But today now, Bonnie Brad, what are we doing next?
Gonna lay some slabs and steps.
Gonna lay some slabs on the steps. So should we get on with that?
Get on with it.
Let's do that. So a little update as to where we are. So we got those steps on now, and as you can see, we've worked it out so that that line there, that perp joint, runs down through the same as this one, and that follows right the way down the line of the patio. So we managed to get that to work, and then when we come to this one, we've got exactly the same thing going on, but what we've got is to get the top slab to work, get it in line with it, look. So this line goes in line all the way up there to that one. So then this little bit here where my finger's waving, that is like a 95mm slither cut. So what we did, we gave the customer the option, because we're going to glue it with our slurry, and you know, some of these people are going to walk out of here and come straight down, so nobody's going to go onto there. But we got the same over on this bit by here. So we gave the customer the option to cut the slab here, whilst making from my finger out, that bit would have been bigger, but then that line wouldn't have been in bond with this joint coming down here. So that was his option. We explained why we were doing it, and there is a slither and it could come off, and he's chosen to stay with this and have the slither cut on there, and we'll put the slurry on it and everything, and hopefully it'll be okay. So that was his call to do that. I think he's made the right call. But this is done now. We've got the eco drains in all down through there, and they connect to Brad's gully, which he put in on the last video in there. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting these ones in all the way up, all the way around, and we're going to cut them, we're going to overlay, so we're going to go further out than what our curve is going to be. And then it's Friday today, so when we come back in on Tuesday, Monday's a bank holiday, when we come back in on Tuesday, all these will be set, and then we can mark out and cut them all off when it's our time to set. So we've got to get all these in, get the steps finished, try and get these eco drains in. So we're at this point now, we're doing the curve. So what we've got, we bought this from our local window company, really flexible. So we put that down now. We've checked with the client to make sure they're happy. We've marked the line. So if you show them that, Brad, how we've managed to do it. So what we've done, that Brad's showing you, is we overlaid these slabs. So we laid these past the line that we wanted it to be laid. So you can see all of them have been overlaid. That's set now over the weekend. We've marked the line out. It meets that point there, meets that point there. Client's happy, so Brad will cut it off. Right, I do apologise. I owe you all an apology. Supposed to put the video out on Sunday. That didn't happen because we went out on the bank holiday with Lucy, my wife, and family and stuff. So that kind of interfered with that. And then I said on YouTube I'd put a video out on Wednesday, which was yesterday. And I didn't get home till 7:30. I was out with a client, looking at work and trying to finalise his job for him. So I do apologise. This is now going out a week late. So let's show you exactly where we are with it. Wait 25 minutes for Brad to stop sneezing, didn't we, Brad?
Yeah.
We finished now?
Yeah.
You sure? Going on then, you can show him this. The Brad expertly cut that out with the small disc cutter. You used the little DeWalt, the 100mm blade on it, didn't you? The little mini disc cutter, and then you cleared where we'd overlaid off with the still saw. Come over this way. Started grouting this. So what we used on this is the Pave Flexi CH Grout, I think it's called, and this is in the Jasmine. So we love it, don't we?
It's lovely.
Now really quickly on this stuff, it's waterproof, so it's impermeable. Apparently it doesn't fade, so it holds its colour. It's UV resistant. You can use it in swimming pools. We used it and it was a bit daunting, wasn't it, at first?
Yeah.
But we got to the grips of it. I'm going to show you a little bit of grouting, so stay tuned for that. Here we are then. We mixed this Pave Flexi CH Grout up now. This is the Jasmine. So what we got our rubber float. So what you do, once you've mixed it, you just push it in into the joints like so. That's that one. So you just carry on doing that with all the joints. When you've done, say, this joint, if you clean up as much as you possibly can where you're working, and then what we find is it's a lot easier to clean off, Brad, isn't it? And that's basically it. So we'll do this now all the way up there, and when we come to getting it off with a sponge, we've got a what's it called, a pulley
Rapid.
We've got a pulley rapid from Raimondi, from Tyler's Tools, and we've got a wash boy from the same place as well. So when we're in the process of getting it all off, we will show you how we're going to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to stay on my hands and knees, and I'm going to carry on doing this. So you can see now, we got it in, we got the grout in. See the haze by here? I know it's only a little bit, we're not doing a very good example, but when you got that haze, now what you want to do is you want to get your wash boy, or your pulley, whatever it's called, from Raimondi. That's the bad boy there. You've got these rollers. Do you want to show them how it works, Brad?
Yeah, have a little dip.
So you put that little dip, clean them off,
Ready to go.
and then off you go. And what you're doing with the sponge, you're just using the sponge to actually shape the grout. You're not shaping the grout when you're putting it in the joint. Shape the grout with your sponge. That's our tip. Don't press too hard, and then just try and get all the grout residue off. You probably have to do a couple of passes. So this is pass 1. That's had 1. How many passes has this had down there?
1 really with the same
That's
water.
had 1 down in there, look. So that's that. So that's how that's turning out down in there. You can see how nice that is. And this has had 1 pass all the way up through here as well. Likewise with that. But you can see the haze starting to come through. That's 1 pass. So the haze is just coming through. So you've got to keep cleaning your water and just keep dipping and going and do it until the haze is all till it's all off. So yeah, we're getting there. Right, so here we are then. It's not it in all its glory. We've got to come back and jet wash, clean everything off tomorrow. But you can see now, this grouting system is we're a big fan. Looks really nice. The only issue we did have was up against the brickwork there. It was making a mess of the brickwork. Like I made a mess of the brickwork there a little bit, but then we changed scope and I managed to do this now on a different way. Used a bucket trowel and just kind of pushed it in, and it took ages and ages and ages. So maybe there's like a grout gun or something. If anybody knows of it, leave in the comments below, because if there is one out there, then obviously we'd like to get it. But it's looking good. The curve's looking good. Back tomorrow to jet wash. Where you've taken me?
Trago.
Who's got to pay?
You.
I got to pay for this breakfast.
Breakfast is crap. We'll go jump in the play area and go down the slides together.
You'll get stuck in the bloody slides, you will,
I
mate.
won't. I've been down it.
And I'm not talking about your arse or your stomach, I'm talking about that massive head of yours. That's convenient for us, the Brickworks Cafe and Coffee Bar. So, there we are, the name's good. Let's get in, shall we? Right, you just told me outside you're having the biggest thing going.
I'm having 10 items there.
He's having the any 10 items for, how much is it?
£6.30.
£6.30.
That's not even including a drink.
You bloody greedy bugger, isn't he? Huh? Absolute greedy pig. Well, here we are then. Obviously he's pouring his cup of tea first.
But they're leaking everywhere.
What do you reckon then, Brad? You happy with that? Let's get a close up. Look, what you got? Quickly tell them what you got then.
Bloody hell, I got 3 black puddings, 2 sausages, what have I got? 2 sausages, 2 hash browns, 1 egg, 1 bacon, beans and toast.
Yeah.
Well,
How the hell are you going to eat all that? And that's my bad boy. I got a slightly... Thank you for all your hard work, mate.
It's alright.
Well done. We'll get this down us now. We'll probably fall asleep.
Yeah, probably won't be going to work after this.
Let's get on with it then. Right, marks out of 10 very quickly for the breakfast, Bradley.
Give it a solid 8.
Solid 8. I'd probably give it a solid 5.5, 6. It was okay. It filled the hole.
Oh.
That's where we are. We're right on the fringes. You can just about see in the background there. Pen y Fan. That's the highest point in southern Britain. So we're on to the most important job now. Cleaning all the windows. I think this is just as important to clean everything up and make sure all the windows and everything are cleaned. All the patio doors, we've cleaned all the brickwork. Look, all that brickwork there. All these patio doors will get cleaned. Brad's already cleaned this window, so that's finished now. That window there is done. The window's done. We've even cleaned the summer house. That's been cleaned, all the windows, everything. So you get the gist of it. So the cleanup outside begins now. And the good news is, as you can see, Ruby, Nathan have turned up. It was our local kind of engineer. Anything goes wrong with the machine, we got Nathan to phone, and he comes out and works his magic on it. So he's busy doing the legs. He's got an idea on what to do. He's drilling new holes. So hopefully the leg situation with the Ruby should be sorted. So we'll let you know, or show you what happens with that. If I keep talking long enough, probably won't have to do any sweeping, will I?
No, you won't.
Just keep talking to me then, mate.
No, shut up and get on with it.
So Nathan from Ruby, he's been and gone. So what he's done, look, let's get you in close. He's put those 2 screws through and the bolts and washers on, drilled it straight through to try and stabilise the leg. So he's done that on every single leg. We weren't even able before, obviously the machine's up this high for its operating height. We weren't able to drop it down for its transporting height to put it on the back of the van because it was just wobbling all over the place, wasn't it? If there's any other issues, give him a ring and he'll come straight back out. And for our troubles, he knows I was upset, so he's given us a free porcelain Ruby blade all the way from Spain. So there we are. Hopefully it'll do us a job. Hopefully it'll last a steady time, and we can get it in the van and stop it moving around in the back of the van now, mate, as well, can't we? So Brad's got all this absolutely spotlessly clean out there now. That's what we're doing now. A little bit of the old the magic stuff, which is Fairy Liquid. There he is there, look. So a little bit of Fairy Liquid on there now. We've just scrubbed it all around of them. We just to get the dust off and all the crap off. And We're getting there, mate. We keep saying we're getting there, but these days where you have a clean down, you always think it's the easiest day, don't you?
Takes forever.
Takes forever, doesn't it? Because when you're cleaning windows and you get it all dust off and you're stripping it all back and you want to get it looking really nice before you hand over to the customer, you think to yourself, oh, we'll be out here by 11 o'clock, and it's what? It's 10 past 1 now. So we haven't stopped for break. You had your bloody breakfast this morning, which was like half hour or so.
Yeah.
But since then, we've been flat out, haven't we?
Still got the front to clean.
Still got the front to clean, and we still got that side section to clean down there as well. But it's got to be done right, mate, haven't it? Done. All cleaned off. All back to the way we found it. That's the patio there, look. I'll give you a good look at it. So that's the joint and the way it's turned out. Let me know what you think about the joint. I mean, obviously it's changed colour now because we got a little bit wet. Let me know what you think about these new eco drains that we've used. I think we'll probably use them again. But as you can see, everything's, oh God, everything's clean and tidy. Anyone's wondering about the grass, we did offer to raise the levels of the grass because obviously you can see it's low, but the client wants to do that and have an input to it himself. There's Brad's gully, if you remember from the first video, so it's all connected into that. We tested it, it all works. We jet washed this side because the stone, as I said, always comes dusty, so we've jet washed all this side. So that's that side done. We've got this path up here, all done in the same process, all washed off, job done. Again, what's happening is all this stuff down the side that needs to be replenished. As you can see, the garden is low again. He needs to take the low bits out, put topsoil in and put brand new turf in, which again he's going to do himself. Another job done. If you please like and subscribe, and if you could subscribe to the channel and give us a like and share it with other people, press the bell notification to get all our notifications through so you can view other videos in the future. We're on to another job now coming up on Monday. We'll go through that with you on Monday, so stay tuned. This is finished, job done. You happy, Brad?
Very happy.
There we are. It is what, 24 minutes past 2. We get to finish early. See you on the next one. Have a good weekend. Cheers.